Welcome to Helmsley and the start of my Cleveland Way adventure, and also possibly the start of my midlife crisis. We'll talk about that later in the video. So I'll be walking 109 miles to raise money for the Mind charity over the next 6 days. The first stop today is Osmotherley, which is about 22 miles away. It's very quiet at the moment. It's a Sunday morning, up nice and early to beat the crowds. So let's go and do this. Catch up with you along the way. Okay, so why the Cleveland Way then? So really, I think what kind of gave me the desire to want to do this was during lockdown, when we weren't able to get out into the hills and mountains. It made me realise just how much I missed it. And to kind of fill the void, I did watch quite a few hiking videos and hiking long distance trails on YouTube. And it gave me a real desire to want to have a go at doing something like this myself. I think the reason I've got a little bit of a running joke with my wife now about the midlife crisis is I've probably done non-stop talking about taking on different challenges over the coming months and years. But I didn't want to make this just about me. You probably notice that I am walking this to raise money for Mind. We're a charity that I think will require a lot of help and support over the coming months and years, given what's going on in the world at the moment. So if you can do, any donations, no matter how small, will be gratefully received, and there will be a link to my Just Giving page in the video description. It's absolutely fine if you can't. I appreciate times are tough at the moment. Just watching these videos, commenting and giving me some words of encouragement will mean a massive amount. Yeah, that's why I'm walking it. So it's cattle encounters of the day, but they're on the other side of the fence, so all's good. That's the first pair of trousers for the week absolutely ditched. Wife did tell me I should have worn gaiters. She knows best. So as regular viewers of my YouTube videos will know, I have committed to doing a daily video upload of my Cleveland Way adventures. So it is Wi-Fi and 4G dependent, but they should be online at 7 AM the following day after each walk. Now, spoiler alert, on these there'll be no fancy editing, music or dramatic walk-on-bys. Just haven't got the time to do that on the phone. And also, apologies in advance, if you are watching this whilst you're eating your breakfast, staring at my ugly mug at 7 AM, I am sorry. I still hope you enjoy the video. Do we go the low road, or do we go with the high road? Well, I'm wearing trail shoes, so we go with the high road. So we're just passing through the lovely village of Cold Kirby. Kind of place I'd like to retire to, this. Need to win the lottery first. So I know we underestimate the weather at our peril in this country, but so far today it's been gorgeous. Looks like there might be a shower or two at some point, but in general the weather for the week is looking okay. I think that'll probably disappoint some of the people who are supporting me on the walk. I think to get value for money for their charitable donations, they're wanting to see points in the walk where it's absolutely throwing it down, blowing a gale, and I'm having to batten down the hatches. But so far, it's looking okay. Let's see how it continues though. So 7 miles in, I think this is a perfect place to stop for snack time number 1 of the day. I do just love the purple heather. Like being back in the Peak District. So I told myself in the week leading up to this that I wasn't going to do the path that leads to the White Horse because it's going to add an extra 2 miles onto the route. Make it a 24-mile day now in total. But you know what, when I got to the sign, I thought I'll be letting down all of those people who've walked the Cleveland Way before me. So I've got to do it. Just hope I don't live to regret it later. Alright. Right, White Horse tick. Didn't see it, but you can't from this end, which I knew. Almost back on the main trail, off to Osmotherley. I couldn't take any footage at the finest view in England. Quite a few people there. What I would say though, it's a nice view, but it's debatable whether it's the finest in England. Probably best to come and check it out and see what you think. Now that is a good view though. So we've got the first rain of the trip. It's been drizzling for about 5 minutes now, but I refuse to put the waterproofs on because I've convinced myself it's going to stop soon. Misplaced confidence, I think, but we'll see. It's finally stopped raining, so I think I've proved my point. Albeit I have been getting wet for the last 40 minutes. I knew it'd stop. Tense standoff here with the sheep. Come on, out the way. 9 miles to go. Obviously 9 miles to go today, that is. I think this makes it weather one, me one. We've had a perfect stop for lunch. Just what the doctor ordered, that. Well, that was a much needed cup of tea at High Paradise Farm. Absolutely gutted I'd just eaten because the food and the cakes in particular looked amazing. I'd definitely check that out if you're ever passing through here. So as you've seen, we've now entered the moorland section. This is what we came here for. Pink heather everywhere, or purple, whatever colour it is. so far, we're about 16 miles in. Very impressed with the Cleveland Way. Looking forward to what the next 5 days have got in store. So I've put together a playlist of songs just to keep me going when we get towards the latter part of the walk. I really like the lyric on that one. I lit a fire underneath myself. Poles are out now. I'm fine, but I said I'd bring them out towards the latter part of the longer walks just to give me a bit of extra support. I am getting old now. Okay, so you've seen the sign. 2 miles to go, if the sign's right. Won't lie to you, this last couple of miles, the soreness is beginning to kick in. Got a sore shin. Go on, all together now, say, oh. I'm glad I've got the poles with me, they've been a godsend. Hopefully it's nothing too problematic. I think it's just wear and tear after a very long day. We're getting close to the end now. Just what the shins need. A descent like this. So, as we get within 1 mile of the end of the first day, what's my impressions of the Cleveland Way so far? I think, as you can tell by the cheeky grin on the face, absolutely loved it. It's had a little bit of everything. And tomorrow looks even better, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. This path reminds me more of the Pennine Way than the Cleveland Way. Welcome relief though. Howdy. So I finally made it back to the youth hostel. About 22.5 miles in total. First time I've ever stayed in a youth hostel. First impressions, surroundings are nice, the bedrooms are tiny, but I don't mind. All I need is somewhere to get the head down tonight. So I've got a feeling that this video is going to be a long one. I've taken a hell of a lot of footage because I couldn't put the camera down. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Appreciate there's been a hell of a lot of waffle today. I think as the days go on, I'll have a lot less to say and a lot more footage to shoot. But so thanks for watching, and I look forward to catching up with you all again tomorrow. And it's going to be a great day tomorrow, I think. All right, take care. See you then.